another one of the greatest racers in this sport on a podcast has jumped on the failure and failings that were Jorge Prado's move over here to Kawasaki. Now, this is from Jerry McGrath on the Jackson podcast, and it's one of those things that obviously that relationship, Jorge Prado on Monster Energy Kawasaki, is done. You know, the overarching rumor is he's going to KTM, and probably better for him. You know, a bike he's going to be closer associated with than the Yamaha, or not the Yamaha, sorry, the Japanese Kawasaki. But still, it's funny when everybody comes out and is just basically saying he quit. I mean, even when somebody from his own team had come out publicly and said he quit, does not look good. But McGrath said, quote, "I don't know a lot about the situation. I only have to go by as a fan. I hear a little bit of things here and there, and we could all see what was going on. It was painfully obvious that he was not trying. He was trying to get fired, whatever he was trying to do. Here's the situation. From being in this arena, Jorge Prado came from Europe. He came from a Works bike, Works KTM, which means they can change anything they want on those bikes over there in Europe. They can change chassis. They can change any part, everything. In America, we have a production rule. You have to use a standard chassis. You can put a lot of custom parts on the bike, which we see with the race guys, but the bikes are quite different. Even if he went from Europe's KTM, his race bike over there that he's won the last couple years and to Chase Sexton's KTM this year is going to be a lot different. It's a totally different bike. Now, that's not wrong. I mean, obviously, Europe and the US have different rules on how the bikes can be built and ran, but when you have so many of the people that were great in the sport, not just somebody who was mediocre and trying to, you know, say something, but people who have been objectively great coming out and saying, no, he just quit. He was trying to get fired. And if you remember, or if you watched MotoGP, this is the same thing that happened with Yamaha a few years ago with Vinales. One of the races, he just tried to blow up the bike so he could get out of his contract, and that might have been what it is for Jorge Prado. He might have gone from Europe, come over here, and just the bike really didn't suit him, so he decided, I'm going to, you know, just quit on it. I don't need to try. I'm not going to try and win for this team or push super hard and get injured, when he didn't really like it, didn't like the team. And I mean, I guess always there's some sort of internal thing that could have been wrong, but it's a easy way of just getting out. Just quit. Move over to a team that you're more regularly associated with and probably have a little more comfortability with, and who knows. But the last thing he said, quote, "To me, I don't have to sugarcoat. It is bullshit the way he was treating Cowie. To disparage Cowie and monster like that in on a world stage, you know, he really sold everyone on the fact that he could come over here and kick everyone's ass. We know the story now." Or no, we know the real story now. I mean, that's those are some big words, basically saying he's like a scam artist and now he's over here and everyone saw that he's just not as good as we thought. But those are big words. I mean, not big words, but you know, like, it's a big opinion from, again, one of the best to ever do this, to come out and basically just say you're a fraud to a multi-time MXGP world champion. And who knows? I mean, he could come out this year, get on that KTM, and absolutely be a rocket ship. You never know. If it happens, it's going to be one of the craziest comebacks, you know, 2-year span. It also could make this situation look even worse. That, like, was he really, not trying, or is the KTM that much better than the Cowie? Also, you have the fact that Chase Sexton's going from KTM to Cowie this year, supposedly, again, big rumor. So if he comes out and he starts ripping on that Kawasaki, it's going to prove that it's not a bad bike. And even Jason Anderson, who's not with the team anymore, when asked if they had the same speed problems, he said, no, I always got the fast one. So you have a lot of people basically saying, I'm okay going there, or no, I didn't have a bad bike. And you have one person saying, I was never comfortable on it and it was never good. Still, kind of big ones, you know. But this one I'm going to leave you guys. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with Jeremy McGrath? Do you think Prado is going to do better on KTM, or Sexton's going to do better on Kawasaki? Whatever it is. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. while you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it does really help me out. I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.